National Home Buyer Month. I am Marva Morris, your Central New Jersey Realtor. Welcome to day 25. Today we'll talk about home maintenance and budgeting for upkeep. Basically, how to take care of your home so it stays in great shape and doesn't surprise you with big problems. Now, why maintenance matters. Think of home maintenance like regular car maintenance. You change the oil, you check the tires, and your car runs longer. Same with the house. A little effort throughout the year can prevent expensive fixes later. Plus, a well-maintained home is a comfortable and safe home, and that is super important. So I want to start out with a seasonal checklist. One way to stay on top of things to do certain tasks each season. So we're going to start out with spring. You want to clean your gutters and your downspouts after those April showers. Make sure that the water is draining away from the foundation, and then service your air conditioner before the summer. Get an HVAC tune-up. Check your screen and windows for any winter damage. And if you have a sump pump, common in some New Jersey basements, test it to be sure it's working before the spring rains. Now, let's skip on to summer. You want to trim the bushes and trees away from the house. This prevents pest entry and roof damage. If you have a lawn, you want to keep it watered and mow it regularly. Or be like me, hire somebody. Now, you want to inspect any outdoor deck or siding for wear and tear. Clean or replace any window screens if needed. Now in the fall, you want to service your heating system. Nothing worse than it failing on a January 9th. Some of us have heard the stories. Check it in September. Clean your gutters again after the leaves fall so that no ice or nothing gets stuck in there. Blow out sprinkler systems if you have one, okay, before the first freeze. Now you want to also check the weather stripping on your doors and windows to save energy in the winter. If the snow falls, you want to shovel promptly and carefully. And make sure your homeowner's insurance is up to date in case of any slip and falls. You also want to keep an eye on icicles. Large ones can mean you have some ice dams, and you want to get those down as soon as possible. And it's mostly a time to cozy up inside, but it's also good for indoor projects like painting and organizing. Test your smoke and your CO detectors when you set your clock for daylight savings. Now, New Jersey does require those certifications at your sale, so you need to keep them up. Now, do regular replacements for things that need periodic replacement, right? The HVAC filters. Usually every 1 to 3 months, depending on the type, to keep the air clean and your system efficient. Now, your detector batteries, your smoke, your CO, at least annually if they're not hardwired or with a battery backup. There's a law now that our smoke detectors should be 10 years sealed, which means no batteries. However, just in case you're blessed, grandma or your parents transfer the home to you with minimal cost and you don't need a CO, you know what to do. Check those batteries. If you have a water filter or a fridge filter, follow the schedule 6 to 12 months to make those changes. Also, check your water heater's age. They last usually 10 to 15 years, and you can drain it annually to remove any sediment. Now that's optional, but it can extend the life of the water heater. You should also budget for upkeep. A rule of thumb is to set aside at least, let's say, 1% of your home's value per year for maintenance and repairs. So let's say for a $300,000 home, that would be $3,000 a year or $250 a month. Some years you spend less, some years you may spend a little more. Like if you need a new roof for a year or that might be about $8,000. It uses a few of the year's budget, right? If nothing else, having an emergency fund for the house is wise. Eventually, big ticket items will need to be replaced. A roof, every 20 to 25 years, HVAC, every 15 to 20 years. Appliances usually 10 to 15 years. If you keep that 1% fund going, you will be ready. Also, remember your home warranty. If you got one, as we discussed on day 16, use it. It covers items that might break. That's what it's there for. Now let's talk DIY or hiring out. Owning means you can choose to do products yourself, your DIY, do it yourself, or you can hire pros. YouTube is a homeowner's friend. From fixing a running toilet to painting walls, you can learn a lot. Just know your limits. Electrical work, for example, often best left to the pros for safety. And also, you need to get permits and stuff. Now, I have a network of reliable contractors and handy people in New Jersey. If you ever need a recommendation for a plumber, electrician, roofer, etc., just ask me. Now, the part we all love. I'm just joking. Documents and records. Keep a folder, physical or digital, of all your house-related documents. So the inspection report that you got when you were buying the house, keep that so you know what to monitor. Receipts for repairs or improvements, warranties for appliances. It helps to have a paper trail because when you sell the house someday, buyers love to see maintenance records. It makes them feel like you have loved and taken care of the home and they're moving into something beautiful. Now, becoming a homeowner is a learning curve. So don't worry if you're not sure how often to change the furnace filter or when to fertilize the lawn. There are great apps and calendars that can remind you, or just seasonal to-do lists like I discussed earlier. Just keep one on your refrigerator for yourself. And frankly, part of home ownership is learning as you go. You'll pick up knowledge over time. The great thing is, it's your home. The effort you put in benefits you directly. Unlike renting, where you might not care to replace a light bulb promptly because it's not yours, right? Long term, it's not yours. There's a pride in keeping your home in tip-top shape. Remember, I am not just going to disappear after you close. I am here for the long haul as your real estate resource. If something weird comes up and you're like, who do I call for this issue? Reach out to me. My number, 609-468-6324. I've got contacts and advice for all stages of home ownership. So keep that number. Now, on day 26, we will discuss winning in a competitive market, which is what we're in. See you then. Once again, I am Marva Morris, your Central New Jersey Realtor, and I am moving you forward. Happy National Home Buyers Month, and have an awesome and fantastic day.